When my son was first born, I just gave him tap water because of the fluoride for the developing teeth and gums.
Yes.
I didn't start giving him bottled water until maybe a year ago.
See, no one talks about that, about the fluoride to prevent cavities.
Yeah,
and it's
my
very
doctors
important
did. Yeah.
for the health of your teeth, which is why tap water is so important. But kind of, it became like, in the late 80s, it became the shishi thing, like, Evian,
Yeah.
and I don't want to get sued by these companies, but all this bottled water stuff.
Yeah.
My point is this: tap water in cities like New York is very, very good and very healthy. Bottled water seems to be a preference, but there's no major advantage with bottled water. I don't understand the bottled water craze.
Yeah. Well, you look cool and in the know.
Right.
Dear Dr. Ian, I'm a 34-year-old woman suffering from mild to moderate acne. I presently am under the care of a dermatologist who prescribed Tazarac for my condition. My dermatologist prescribes Tazarac for my eczema. That's not what worked. But anyway, it's just weird. She's got pimples. I got eczema. We're all on the same thing. But the side effects concern me. I've been using Tazarac for 4 weeks, and my acne is getting worse. Do you know anything about it?
I don't know about Tazarac, but let me talk about the side effects of some of the acne medications.
Okay.
They do tell you, well, most doctors will tell you that if you start experiencing these particular side effects, that you should reconsider whether or not you take them. For example, a lot of people want to go on Retin-A. Okay, and they want to do that because it's really good for acne, but there are also some serious side effects with it. So you have to be careful and balance, and I tell patients this all the time, you have to balance between the side effects and what good it's bringing you.
Right.
Because some people, like women in shoes, for example.
Right.
Women say, I will stuff my feet into a pair of Jimmy Choos because,
And be damned the pain.
Right,
I'll deal with the corns later.
Exactly.
Okay.
Same thing here. It's like with some of these side effects that are not hurting your health, some people will say, well, I'll deal with side effects. It's worth me having, a good complexion. So
right.
These are all individual choices. I don't want to tell people what to do, but you need to consider and weigh this, the
side
good versus the bad.
Everything. Yeah. Okay. This person right here, Dr. Ian. Oh, wait. No, he did finish about the diet. Okay, here's a guy who says, I've gone from 329 pounds to 296 pounds. However, I'm stuck, and I've been stuck for the past 2 months. I'm going to the gym at least 3 times a week, in which I do walk on the treadmill to raise my heart rate, and I raise my heart rate as high as 171 beats per minute. I'm 34 years old. I'm 6'6". What can I do to reach my goal of 265 pounds?
First of all, that's a big cat.
Yeah.
6'6". But secondly, he's at a plateau. Everyone hits a plateau in diets. So this is what I believe is the best way to break through a plateau. You have to decrease your calories for about a week to 10 days.
Okay.
So you got to cut it down by at least 15%. But you have to up the exercise. So you have to burn the candle at both ends.
I understand.
And that way, in the book I discuss how you break these plateaus. It's very difficult. And people end up giving up because they've lost, 30 pounds and they can't go any further.
Right.
And they're like, well, this isn't working. I'll try a new diet. It's not the diet. It's that your body now has become adjusted to that new weight set point.
Right.
And so now you got to figure out a way to spark plug it, to kick it back in action again. And that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Decrease calories, increase exercise.
Well, here's one woman who decreased her calories, and she wanted us to know if she's doing the right thing. Where is that fax? Oh, damn.
Can I say something in general about calories?
Go ahead, please.
In general, and I'm saying in general so before I get bad emails,
okay.
If people are trying to lose weight, they probably should be between 1,200 and 1,500 calories a day.
I love that. I love that because I was at 1,000 calories a day and I was doing well. To find out that I can add 500 more and still lose,
1,000?
I'm glad. Yeah.
What were you eating for 1,000 calories? There's nothing to eat.
Water and air. Some hot nuts and some, some candy. All right. Canned versus frozen. Okay, you're going to the grocery store. You don't have time to pick fresh spinach. You've got Sylvia's, you got Sylvia's collard greens in the can in your hand, and you've got the Stouffer's collard greens in the grocer's freezer. Which one is better, Dr. Ian?
Neither. They're equal. And this is why I say they're equal. Because in order to go through those processes, they have to add certain preservatives. And that's what gets you. And the only way to tell the difference, because you can't make a generic statement about the two different types types of foods, but you have to look at the back, at the label of the back, and the nutritional facts, and see exactly how much of the nutrients, the recommended daily allowances of the nutrients that you're actually getting from each package. I'll get sued if I say to you that one process is better than the other, because it doesn't work that way. It's each individual food that you're buying that you have to look at the back of the box.
Two important things I just wanted, because we have 30 seconds.
Okay.
For the average person, how many grams of sodium are we taking in per day?
There is no average.
Okay.
That's a good question.
You're 30 years old and you weigh 150 pounds.
How many grams are you taking?
I don't know. What do you call it in your medical?
No,
Never mind. 10,
no,
9, 8. Dr. Ian, you'll be back in another 3 weeks.
I'm coming back in 3 weeks.
We'll talk about it again. All right,
Okay.
Dr. Ian Smith, everybody.
Wendy, man.
Now, my question is about the Kegel. Why is it every time I try to do them, I have an orgasm? Is that normal?
I don't know, but it must be pleasurable. The Wendy Williams Experience.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Dr. Ian is gone. We've still got some more guests coming in. B5 is on the way in the studio. By the way, I was reading in either the Inquirer or the Star that Eddie Murphy had Robin Givens all up on him the other night. They say practically in lap. But you know what? If he's about to be single again, and she's been single for years, and they know each other from Boomerang. Robin's been around, probably there at some point. So it was just, it is what it is. Oh, look at these boys. Okay, here's B5. Hey, kids.
How you doing?
Hey. Oh, I get hugs. Oh, I got hugs for the one, and the medium ones, and the braided one, and the gum popping one. Oh, and then look, the hugs won't stop. Oh, yeah.
Guess who taught him all that?
Oh, wow, you did. Now, who are you to them?
The manager.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you, fellas. Now, who is this? Who's this big black man?
How are you?
Who are you?
Kevin, how are you?
Hi, Kevin. No, who are you to them?
I'm a family friend.
Oh, family member, okay. And the white guy, you're the manager.
Yes.
Okay,
The white dude.
fellas, these are the microphones you're going to be using. Sir, you can go over there because I'm not going to be talking with you. No, I just gotta, listen, B5, you gotta regulate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you guys are in the studio and you're trying to get stuff done, you gotta regulate. Now, you guys are on the Scream 4 tour, right?
Yeah.
Tonight, New York City. This has got to be the biggest show you've ever done in your career. Excuse me, Madison Square Garden in New York City. This has got to be the biggest show you've ever done.
Yeah. It's like, this show we got to do, man, is like a dream come true for us, because like ever since we was little, we've been wanting to perform at the Madison Square Garden. So like us being able to do this tonight, it's like blowing our minds right now. We can't wait.
Crazy.
Now, you guys are new on Bad Boy Records. Not Bad Boy South, not Bad Boy some other,
Latino.
but Bad Boy. Yeah. Now, what is you guys' relationship to each other?
Oh, we're all brothers.
You all have the same mothers and the same fathers?
Yeah.
And is this all the kids in you all's family?
Yeah.
Wow, your mom and dad must be proud. And scared. And scared at the same time, because this is a really wicked industry.
Yeah. it
But
is.
boy, oh boy, exactly. Your father must be like, 5 boys, my sons.
My son.
And your mother must be awfully proud and feel awfully protected at this point.
boys.
Yeah, where are you boys from?
Originally from St. Petersburg, Florida. We're in A-Town now.
Now, did you move for the purpose of your career?
Yeah.
So that means your mom and dad had to quit their jobs and move and find other jobs in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, what do your mom and dad do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Take care of our Yeah, we take care of our parents.
At this point, your mom and dad don't work
Yeah.
because they are busy helping you with your career?
Yeah, our mom goes with us everywhere we go, so.
Is she in the pink room now?
No, she's not here with us. She went to the...
Back at the hotel.
Yeah.
Trying to get some sleep.
And
What's up?
where's dad?
Dad's back.
in Atlanta. This is incredible. 5 boys. Now, what's you all's family last name?
Breeding.
Braiding? Breeding.
Yeah, like breeding like little rabbits.
Yes, that's a very good name. Okay, so who all's name, and go from oldest to youngest so I can get a visual. And how old are you?
I'm the oldest one of my brothers. I'm 17.
And what's your name?
Dustin.
Dustin Breeding.
Yep.
Yeah, this is Kelly. I'm second oldest. I'm 16.
Okay.
This is Patrick. I'm 14. I'm the third oldest.
Okay.
This is Carnell. I'm 13. The fourth. Those are my brothers. Yeah. And this is Brian, youngest one of my brothers. I'm 10 years old.
Why did he just reminded me of Joey McIntyre, New Kids on the Block? You know, all cute and young and vivacious. You do. So now I'm sure you guys got compared to the Jackson 5.
Yeah. It's great being compared to the Jackson 5, man, because, you know, when they was out, they were just so great. When people to think of us as them, you know, it just makes us feel real good compared to the Jacksons.
Now, getting back to your family roots, are you boys mixed?
Yeah.
Now, are you white and black?
Yeah.
Now, who's white?
Our dad.
Your dad's white, and your father. So is that your father right there?
No.
He's back in Atlanta. Just had to re-ask the question.
No, he got the red hair. It ain't us.
But look at you all. Okay, so now you guys come from the same management team that brought us Little Zane.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And Jagged Edge.
And Jagged Edge.
112.
112.
And
Yeah,
Monica
same company. Worldwide Entertainment.
Worldwide Entertainment. So then they know how to deal with a group of multiple talents.
Right
now, there's one rapper in the group.
Yeah.
That's me.
And that's you.
Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there anybody in the group that plans on branching off solo?
Not right now. Ain't nobody thinking about it.
Yeah.
Nobody thinking about it right now, man.
Now, who's the Michael Jackson in the group?
Uh-oh.
There's no
Everybody.
Everybody does it.
Because, you know, it's different with this group because, you know, when you have, like, other groups, you have one lead singer in the group. But, you know, in this group, everyone plays a real big part, you know.
Yes.
I sing along with Carnell and Dustin, and Kelly, he raps a lot, and Brian sings, too, so it's
Yeah,
everybody.
because usually, you know, you always have that, like, one star usually in the group. And stuff. But, like, in us, it's like... Because we're all brothers. We all been doing this for the exact same amount of time. So it's like we all on the same level.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, Brian. It's a little, but we're pretty much all on the same level, you know. So it's like everybody, you know.
Yeah.
They just do
So
it,
now
man.
September's about to be here. Kids are going back to school. You guys get homeschool?
Yeah, we're homeschooled. We go to a school called Atlanta Country Day School in Atlanta, and it's where, you know, when we're home, we do the school at the school, but when we're gone,
he comes on the road with us and stuff.
the kid comes on the road
we
with
do
us and does school
we
with
do
us.
school all year.
He's at the hotel right now chilling. So.
Yeah, with your mom. Jokes, boys. So if you're compared to, say, New Edition, who's the Bobby Brown?
Bobby Brown.
I don't say nobody.
Well, you know, it's a little bit difficult to be a Bobby Brown when your parents are so intricately a part of your... How did you meet Puffy? It's B5 in the studio, everybody.
Yeah, Big 5 Charlie Alvin Stone's now. Go get it.
How'd you meet Puff?
But how we met Puff was our manager Jim McMahon. He we took a trip down to Atlanta and met Kevin Wells actually.
That's your manager?
No, Jim's our manager.
Jim's your manager.
He's the owner of Worldwide Entertainment.
Worldwide. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so manager met we got our manager Jim McMahon, met Kevin Wells in Atlanta, and we ended up taking a trip up to where was it? Ohio.
Yeah.
Took a trip to Ohio. Ended up performing for Puffy in his hotel room.
Wow.
Yeah, Puffy's in his hotel room with like a white robe on with a little basket of chicken wings and stuff like that.
Right.
And so he's like, we go up there, man. We get on an elevator. We go to the little suite floor. See all these big old bodyguards and stuff like that.
I love this. I love this story.
Yeah. So I mean, this is when we was little too. So we like this. We're like, what?
How many years ago was that?
About 3 years ago.
4 years.
So this kid, what's your name again? The littlest one?
I'm Brian.
How old are you again?
I'm 10.
So did he perform with you with Puffy?
Yeah.
This is the crazy thing. When he performed, we just put him in the group.
Wow.
So
he just
nervous.
he just learned like all the steps and routines and everything. So when we get to Puffy's hotel room, Puffy has this like little boombox in his room, and they leave all the tables and stuff out the side.
Yeah.
So we end up doing our thing, and all you hear is like stomping on the floor and stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't get that loud, but he loved us. So eventually he just got signed like a month later, and that's the rest is history.
Wow. Now, when's the next time you saw him after the hotel room?
I
I think it was in New York.
I think we did a showcase for everybody at Bad Boy.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Welcome to the Bad Boy family."
Very nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now, how did you celebrate that? Now, you're the oldest. You're 17.
Yeah.
Do you drive?
Oh yeah.
Have you picked up a car
Oh, yeah.
for yourself yet?
No, I ain't got a car yet. I'm waiting to get back to home to get that.
Yeah. Are you sexually active?
Sexually active.
Yeah.
No.
Not yet. You have a girlfriend?
No, we all
Nah, I
single.
ain't got no girlfriend. Sexually active.
We all single.
This little boy, you're popping off like a 50-year-old man over here. What's that, a diamond stud in your ear? What is that, 3 carats, 2
Hey,
carats?
what's that right there?
Talk to Miss Wendy's grown, honey. Mother has lived. This, on the other hand, kiddo, what are you? You're blinged out.
I don't know. I guess it's just gifts. I guess for all the work we've been doing.
Yeah, who gifted you that beautiful earring in your ear?
It
Squirt.
was mom.
Mom?
Yeah.
Mama.
Fabulous. 10 years old with the icy watch and the frosty ears. I hear that. So it's very exciting for you to be on this Scream 4 tour. Have you been in every city with this tour, or you just got added to the tour?
Actually,
missed
no,
3
we've been on the tour since the beginning, but at the same time we were doing another tour called the Teen People Tour.
Okay.
And every Friday we'd go fly out and we do that tour. So like every Friday we'd miss that one, but we just finished it last Friday.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna be on the Scream tour like every day.
Now, what's it like working with the people on Scream Tour? I know that like B2K and whatnot. Wait, B2K's not on it.
No, B2K.
Who's on it? Omarion,
Bow Wow,
Bow Wow. Mhm.
Marcus
What's-
Houston.
Who you connecting best with? Like who you exchanging? Pretty
Them
reggae.
boys, I mean, we're cool with everybody on the tour, but
everyone's
Pretty
cool on
Ricky
the
is just
tour.
like the craziest dudes. They're always out, out of their dressing room.
Yeah.
Bow Wow, he's usually in his dressing room. You don't really see him that much.
With
when he comes
Sierra,
out.
I understand they broke up. Did you hear anything on that?
They did? Oh, I ain't know
Well,
nothing about
have you seen Sierra popping in and out of the tour?
early in the beginning of the tour.
In the beginning. Art. Oh, where's Art? Oh, Art, you're over there.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Wow, that was quick.
Can you do some research for Miss Wendy and find out, and then you can get
I
back to
want to
me?
know too.
Anytime.
Exactly.
I'll
Well,
find
you
out
know,
for you real quick.
backstage tonight, just slip the research in there as you're getting dressed and whatnot.
All right.
You know. So, who are some of the people that who are some of the celebrity friends outside of the Scream 4 tour that you guys have really connected with?
Lloyd.
Okay.
Yeah, we're cool with Lloyd. He's one of our cool dudes.
Sierra, we cool with Sierra.
Sierra.
Yeah, we're cool with Sierra.
Cool with a lot of people. I mean, we don't really get to see like
A lot of
Everybody
people.
that much. We don't see Sierra that much though, but we're real cool with her.
It seems like. It seems like you guys are an endorsement opportunity waiting to happen. Like, your brothers, you're cute, you're getting your popularity going on.
Yeah.
Have you been approached outside of maybe Sean John, okay, which would have been a given because you're part of the
Yeah.
family, but outside of Sean John, have you been approached to do any endorsements?
I mean, like people, we've been talking to people, but it's not anything solid right now. So,
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Now, at the hotel, do they make all y'all a bunk in the same room? A big room, I'm sure it is, or do you have separate rooms?
we
get a
two in one room.
No, we're two in one room. Yeah, we're down there. We don't need all our rooms. Like, I need a room for myself.
Yeah, we all don't need our own room.
I get my own room.
Yeah, I was
though.
going to say, one of you gets your own room
he
because
does.
there's
He's
5 in the
oldest.
group. Oh,
Yeah, that's
so
he's
he gets his own room.
Yeah.
I'll bet you do.
I bet
I
you
see
do.
what's going on here. Okay, take out the music, Goose. It's time to acapella, boys. Come on, acapella for Miss Wendy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give him some from All I Do?
Uh-oh, Art.
I can't wait to get to school each day and wait for you to pass my way.
I'm giving you the beat on my head.
Bells start to ring and an angel starts to sing. Hey, that's the girl for you. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
Go ahead, love.
Hit that thing, Brian.
Yeah.
Shout it.
Oh, this is the little kid.
Yes.
Baby, all the time, day and night, all day, yeah.
He's 10. Hey, can you give us some 16 bars? Kels, is that you, Kelly, right?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Kels.
He raps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm K.E.
Wait, hold on. We want to give you some headphones and a break
Oh, yeah.
beat. Art, get the right break beat up there. Get some headphones over here for the
Where-
Kels.
where they at?
Unplug. Get some headphones.
That's what I'm doing.
Get some headphones. We need some headphones. Art, get the correct break beat up. I want to hear what B5's Kelly, the rapper, I want to hear what he does. Plug him in, Shaylin. Plug him in.
Damn.
We have a minute left. Come on. Let's make it happen. Come on, wait, hold on. Okay, you ready? Yeah. All right, see if you can catch something from this break beat right
Give me
here.
a beat, give me a beat.
Drop a beat, shawty, drop a beat.
Can't hear nothing.
I can't hear nothing though.
Turn it up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me hear.
Nah, man. It's cool. Yeah. Let me come back. Yeah.
Make me get up in this mug.
I'm K-E-L-L-Y. I think she feeling the charm, but if a man dip off, then it'll be on. MJ with the glow, got a glittery arm, but if you blink for a minute, then the chick will be gone. I'm a B-A dizzle, bizzle, O-Y, B5, about to blow like a whistle, oh my. I need shades just to see what the time is. Do rewind this, bad boys behind this.
All right. Speed 5, everybody. Check them out on that Scream 4 tour. Tonight, they're blowing up at Madison Square Garden. Now, what are you all on? First, second, third? How does that work?
Second.
You're on
Hey,
second.
tell everybody this though. Make sure y'all get out there early, man. Make sure you get to Madison Square Garden early.
All right.
Get the album, man.
Down.
Get the CD, album stores right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Speed 5.
B5online.com.
All right. Thank you, B5.
Thank you.
Yes, but he's so lazy. It's driving me nuts. I can't take it. It's driving me lazy. I went away for the weekend. I left dishes in the sink. I came back 2 days. They were still there. He don't sweep the floor. Dust can pile up on the computer. He does absolutely nothing. He does nothing.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS.
Today's R&B and classic soul. The Wendy Williams Experience is on from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays on 107.5 WBLS. Vaughn Harper follows me with The Quiet Storm. And I'm taking caller number 10 on the phones right now to pick up passes for Saturday, September 24th. WBLS is welcoming the New York Urban League's 35th Annual Football Classic at Giant Stadium. It's Hampton University versus Morgan State. There's a spectacular halftime show, including the Brooklyn Stepping Marching Band. So, caller number 10 right now wins those passes. 866-GET-WENDY. Wendy Williams Comedy Experience is on tonight at the Laugh Factory. The Laugh Factory is on 42nd Street at 8th Avenue. We do it every Wednesday night. We're coming up to our 1 year anniversary. Art says on September 7th. It might be the 1 year or 2 years. It just seems like we've been doing it for so long. We're not even sure.
Word just got in that it's almost sold out already. Reservations.
It works. It works for me. It works. What? It's almost sold out?
Reservations, yeah.
Wow. So go to laughfactory.com, I guess, to get the telephone number. I don't know the number off the top of my head. Or call directory assistance and, make your reservations because we've been, it's been consistently really successful to the point where we have... 3 rooms now and a VIP area, and there's food, there's drink, the lights are up, loud enough where you can see each other, but down low enough to create an intimate environment, and the comedians are just so funny. I'm there, Artie's there, Capone, Gangsta of Comedy.
Ken Black.
Special shout out to Ken Black, and then we're the regulars, and then everybody else just, here's the telephone number. I've got the telephone number for the Laugh Factory. Are you ready? 212-586-7829. 586-7829. And just call that number and make your reservations. If you don't make reservations, well, there's a chance that you might get in. Then again, there's a chance that, it'll be sold out. We won't be able to get in tonight, so... But we have so much fun there. It's just an incredible time. I love Wednesdays. I love the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. You guys really make the show happen, boy. Shout out to everybody in the Bronx. On Saturday, August 27th, this coming Saturday, you can join the WBLS Street Team at 470 Boston Road in the Bronx, 3 p.m. Did you hear that dude from Interscope ran off with Chris Lighty's baby's mother and got fired for it? Ron Gilliard.
No! What? No, Ron!
Well, he's digging up Chris Lighty's baby's mother. Got engaged.
No.
Lighty handles G-Unit. That's the ticket.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He actually thought he was going to be able to get away with that and keep his job.
No.
Got all soft and pink. As opposed to, just on the hush, digging it out.
Yes.
It was crazy, right?
Yes. That's crazy. Shout out to him. You know everything.
It's experience, man.
Yes.
All right. So, oh, and don't forget on the website, the web poll question is up. And I have the results from yesterday's web poll question, too. Are you in an abusive relationship, mentally or physically? That was from yesterday. 60% of people said yes. The sad part is that 40% of people said, 60% said no, they aren't. But 40% of people said yes, they are in a mentally or physically abusive relationship. Yeah. So I wanted to get deeper with this because, and I mean, you know, I guess it varies from person to person. Mental abuse is only abuse depending on how strong you are as a person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Elisa Payne's in the studio, our booker. Oh. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we fight like holy hell in our house.
No, for real. What is that?
You know what I'm saying?
That's 2/5 of the people out there who feel they are abused.
Abused mentally or physically.
That's terrible.
No, they're too sensitive.
But you want to know what, Art? As stupid as that sounded, there is something to that. It's not necessarily that they're too sensitive, but maybe their resilience is not built up.
And that could lead to suicide or more.
Exactly. It could, but physical abuse is a lot worse than mental abuse.
You can't escape that pain.
Exactly, because that's real pain. There's a broken bone. So we've judged it up on the website. Now the new poll question is, are you presently in a physically abusive relationship?
Sometimes though, the mental is worse because they can have you in a grip for years after you got your last black eye.
No. We're not mixing physical and mental. Just do mental right now. So you're saying that sometimes the mental abuse is worse?
Yeah, because, you know, that will have you down and out for years after you got your last shiner. Don't you agree?
No, because I feel as though you can There are names that I could be called today that would have broken me down years ago. Whereas today, like, there is nothing you can call me or say to me that's going to make me think any differently about myself.
No,
Absolutely
I
nothing.
agree, but you have to get to that point.
Exactly.
And certain people can push a button. So, like, say whoever.
If I get called an F and B.
Right. But if it was your parent that said something maybe about your weight from back in the day or currently.
That would have broken me. If they said it currently now, there's nothing. Okay. No, that doesn't break me.
There. Put that where? Back
but I'm not in a relationship with that.
That's true.
Like if my husband called me a fatso, that wouldn't break me. Right. If he called me F and B, and believe me when I tell you, up in our house, when we fight, it's serious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
But one thing about is that I believe that men are more sensitive than women. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that you know, like sometimes you get at it with your man and you might be out in public. The second you pop back off at him as hard as he's going at you, he'll never be able to repair it because his ego. You know what I mean?
Especially if you mention another man in the pop back.
Oh, please. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't do any of that. You know what I mean? Like, we'll be and it could be out in public. I'll save it all. You will not see me because, you know, that's a man's pride and ego. And one thing that I've learned, and I don't know it all, but one thing I've learned through observation of other relationships, reading, you know, and the male ego and all like that, men don't know how. We are, as women, are much more resilient. I will save it all. You can call me whatever. Mm-hmm. I'll see you when we get home. Mm-hmm. I will see you when we get home.
Much stronger, too.
Yeah. Yes. So for me, I think that mental abuse is if you allow it to get to you. I think physical abuse is a lot worse. But that varies from woman to woman. Yeah. I mean, for me personally, no matter what you call me, no matter what, I know who I am. I know the ground I stand on. I know where, you know.
I remember I was just saying this the other day. One time, one of my ex-boyfriends had the nerve to say to me, "Oh, you'll never get someone as good as me." I was like, "Oh, yes, I will." And 2 days later, he was like, "You're right."
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, again, there are women who may think that they can't.
Now, was there a time in your life where you would have bought into that?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell to the no.
Yeah. Well, you know, but I'm really interested to find out what the survey says on the WendyWilliamsExperience.com tomorrow. Are you presently in a physically abusive relationship? Are you presently in a physically abusive relationship? Because I want to see the difference between today's numbers and tomorrow's numbers.
Yeah. You know what? A lot that happens to young girls nowadays.
I know,
which is horrible.
I know. Well, you know, when you're young, you remember how it was. And shout out to like the 18, 22-year-old girls. Everything got at me at that particular
but
point.
Even younger than them, I'm talking about physical abuse. Like,
oh, yeah.
A high schooler.
Yeah.
If I'm living with my parents, you're going to beat me up.
But they're girls who will take that.
Bobby Christina would be like,
yeah.
Hell to the no.
Wow. Anyway, everybody, let's talk about LA weight loss. 1-800-448-TRIM. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA weight loss. If you've been plagued by a weight issue recently in life, or maybe all of your life, break the cycle and call LA weight loss. It worked. It worked for me. It worked. And it can work for you too. All right, find out about their one-on-one weight loss counseling. Find out about their individualized weight loss programs that they put you on. If you're a carb craver, they got you. If you're a sweets craver, they got a special program for you. If you love starches, potatoes, and all like that, they got something special for you. LA Weight Loss, they've got what you need. Let them know you take heart medication, so you can't do this or can't. Let them know. They will cater a diet to you, and you will lose the weight if you work the program. Your one-on-one weight loss counselor is there for your moral support. What other weight loss program has a one-on-one weight loss counselor right there to support you through thick and through thin? And you don't have to make an appointment to see your weight loss counselor. You pop in when you get a chance or ring up on the telly. That's it. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss. 1-800-448-TRIM. And I say all that to say I'll see you at the Laugh Factory tonight. Oh, the Wendy Williams Experience is on the radio. B5 is gone. Up next, Pretty Ricky coming up next hour. I mean, you know, the boys came in and they were just so nice and so cute, and I like the family element and stuff like that I didn't want to ask them what Art and I had been wondering, which is that song, All I Do Is Think of You, which...
Classic.
They butchered it.
Oh, monstrosity.
I mean, it was originally a Jackson song, and Troop redid it.
They did it great.
And yeah, they did do a good job with it. But B5, what happened? What happened, Poppy? And I also, I wanted to ask them, are their parents still married? Because I know that they're all, you know, the same parents and stuff like that. But anyway, I didn't ask them those two questions because I just wanted to keep everything on the upbeat. I mean, they seem like nice boys. You think they'll be around next year this time? I don't know. I mean, let's ask some of the college girls. Hey, you college girls. Wait, let me swing the microphone around. There's so many of them. We had to actually use our backup mics. What are they saying about B5 on the college campuses? Anything?
Nothing really.
Oh.
We're too old for that.
Well, gosh, you're only 18, 19, and 20, and 21.
Yeah, and they're 16 and 10 and 14.
Oh, Miss Wendy, I'm just, I mean, you know, I'm familiar with B5 and whatnot, but I thought at least you college girls were digging.
They're living.
Yeah, they are. Well, are the college campuses feeling pretty Ricky? Yeah. Oh. Well, they're about to come in the studio.
Oh.
Do you mind? Fall back. Maybe we're too old to understand, but we will carry on anyway. And by the way, I don't believe, though, that Sierra is with Bobby Valentino. Now, Sierra and Bow Wow might not be together, but I don't believe that she's scandalous enough to be starting a relationship with somebody who's actually on the tour right up in her ex-man's face. I mean, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't believe that. I think that she might have a bit more class than that. Although, you know, you never know. Farrah Fawcett says that she doesn't smoke weed. There's cake in the back.
For homegirl's birthday.
Oh, for Shaylin's birthday?
Yeah.
Who brought the cake? Cake Man Raven?
I think Zoe did.
Oh, Zoe, Queen of all interns. She's so thoughtful. Aww.
How many calories in a slice of cake? Because, you know.
I don't know. I'm sitting right in here.
Yeah.
I'm avoiding it. Anyway, Farrah Fawcett said that she's ruled out smoking weed because she realized how much food that she ate when she experimented with it the one time in her life that she did. Now, she's 58 now, and she says that she sampled weed 30 years ago, and the side effects made her, well, here's her quote. I tried pot once. I was 28. I ate a box of chocolate donuts and a steak. I can't do that. Yeah, so instead she switched to the yayo. Well, you know all those public outbursts she was having at one point. In the meantime, Terrence Howard has been voted most valuable player of the summer in terms of the movie field. You know, he's in Hustle Flow with Mark Wahlberg and them, and Four Brothers. Wait, no. Is he in Four Brothers?
No.
He's only in Hustle Flow.
I'm sorry, he has a small part in Four Brothers.
Yeah. And then that other movie where he got killed in the first 4 minutes. The one where I saw...
Now I think you're talking about Jamie Foxx and Star.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting confused.
They
Anyway,
look alike.
The point is that Terrence Howard is number one in terms of most valuable player of the summer. According to Entertainment Weekly, they compiled the list. Matt Dillon is number 2, yada, yada, yada. Angelina Jolie is number 4. And, I say all that to say congratulations to Terrence Howard. They say Janet Jackson made some outrageous demands while she was over in London doing a TV show. I don't find anything so outrageous by these demands, although you got to consider the source. The source of these of this information is one of the program's employees who happens to be 22 years old. Perhaps this employee was a bit starstruck. In addition to, anyway, says her demands were outrageous. Janet was supposed to perform on this show called Tops of the Pops, which is a big show over there. And here's the quote from this 22-year-old girl who works at the show. She insisted on 20 black hand towels, 20 candles that were exactly 5 inches high, and vanilla-flavored soy milk for her tea. I'm sure she didn't even touch any of it in the end. Big damn deal. Have you ever seen Mariah Carey and Jennifer Lopez list of demands? That's nothing. Fall back. I mean, that's not a big deal. Word is Mace was spotted in Michigan last night.
Uh-oh.
And he was wearing a huge G-Unit spinner. Mm-hmm. Has anybody checked on Manny Fresh today? Baby? Wayne? Any of them? We talked about it yesterday. I just like to keep up on how it's going down over there at the Cash Money. By the way, the SUV that was out of control yesterday on the corner of 40th and Broadway, one of the cars that the SUV hit was Dame Dash's car. It was mowed down along with a bunch of pedestrians. Dame wasn't in the car. The car was apparently parked. Like, Dame had nothing to do with the hit, but just the idea, that his car was sitting there parked. Mm-hmm. And Bruce Willis was spotted dining with Lindsay Lohan. I would imagine he was probably, I don't look at anything romantic with it. I look at, he's giving her the rundown because Lindsay and Rumor are now like the best of friends. So it's probably one of those, look, let me have a private dinner with you to explain to you how it's going down if you're going to be friends with my damn daughter. Uh-oh. Like that. Jack Osbourne clearly has had a nose job. I love the before and after pictures. The paparazzi, they just get all up on it. Mm-hmm. He had a little fatty sitting there on the front of his face at one point. Jennifer Lopez is filming a movie in Mexico with Antonio Banderas, and people are saying that they are getting close. And Melanie Griffin has been back and forth, trying to keep tabs. And Mark Anthony is not too happy with the closeness and the familiarity that Jennifer Lopez and Antonio Banderas.
Damn. We were together, we were at his house, and why do you think his thing wouldn't work? You think maybe he's...
How you doing?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
You're right. We do need petty cash for Wendy. How much is water in the machine? And how many of them are there? 4?
Can I get my 2 bag?
No, there's an extra $1. We are in here haggling over money because Pretty Ricky, there's 4 of them and they're thirsty. We need petty cash for the show.
Or a water fountain.
Or a water fountain. Or some we need petty cash from the bosses so that we can, keep our guests lubricated. We're running back and forth to try. Oh. Wow. Get to the toe. It is what it is, people. If you just turned on your radio, welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience. All right, forget the water. Just bring them in here. We're going to make them sing Worth That Water also. What do they have? They have one singer, and I want them to sing on my beat, too. They what is it, 3 rappers. It's Pretty Ricky, everybody. We can get to the ball.
It smell like X spray in here.
How are you? What does it smell like?
X spray in here. You know that X, you spray that X, the girls all on your hand. But at the same time, Pretty Ricky album is stole right now.
Ew, you're looking like the molester. Stop.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm telling you.
Roses. Wait, your microphone's over here. No, goose everything around. I don't like people behind me. Get over there.
Oh. I ain't even much lying, girl. You look.
Are you crazy?
You just ghetto and onto my.
Yeah, the microphone's got.
Girl, you look good. I ain't much lying. Yeah, I gotta take off the shades.
Look, you're
I ain't never seen you in person. Like, I'm starstruck. I don't know. I'm talking about
you.
She's
Look
so
like you
sexy.
You hit somebody. What's the matter with you? Why are you
She
so
look
angry?
like Trina. She look like Trina mixed with Beyonce with a little bit of Tina Turner.
What?
With a twist of limon on. I'm talking about Hey, I ain't never seen her in real life. Hey, if you ain't seen Wendy, I'm telling you, she's so sexy. So sexy. She's so fine. So fine. She blow my mind. She blow my mind. Pretty Ricky album is sold right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. B5 album is sold right now. Right now. Bobby Valentino album is sold right now. Right now. Marion album is sold right now. Right now. Marcus Hughes album is sold right now. Right now. Bobby album is sold right now. Right now. And my dog's 3-on-3 coming soon. I love
Wendy Williams bring the Heat Volume 1 in stores right now.
Right now. Right now.
Right now.
How
you doing?
Okay, so there's a part of you all that is very Little John-esque.
Yeah, you know we from Miami, so it's like Luke mixed with Trick Daddy mixed with B2K. It's all. It's like don't stop, get it, get it. At the same time, you don't know when it's coming out. It's just, no tomorrow. We out here. Damn. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. This your boy Slick, I'm the wild man of the clique. This your boy Baby Blue. Whoa. Yeah, this your boy Pleasure, providing pleasure to all the ladies who need a pleasure. Yeah, and this your boy Spectacular, the baby boy of the clique. And together we are Pretty Ricky.
And all of you are loud. The one that I want to know more about, oddly enough, is Pleasure because he is so quiet and you've got the evil eye. What does it matter with you?
Tell her why.
Yeah, I'm just chilling, you know. I ain't got no evil eye. I'm the smooth mellow dude. I just lay back and watch everything, mix your stuff, you know. I like to observe people, you know.
All right.
He checking you out. He think he's slick. He think he's slick. He trying to check out on the slide. But I know him. I grew up with him, so I know what he's doing.
Now this is what I want to get to the bottom of. First of all, I cannot even picture B5 and Pretty Ricky being in the same room together, okay? Because those boys just laughed, and they were all mannerable.
We don't turn them out.
They turned out. Don't be there.
We turned them out. You see how they left? Right now.
Right now. Don't get them twisted. They coming soon.
No, they didn't leave like that. B5 was like so chilled out. No. How are you? Are you all related? Is anybody related in this Pretty Ricky
all us
group?
brothers. It's the same situation. All us from Florida, all us brothers. Same thing.
Same mothers and same fathers, all of you all?
Nah, we got same daddy, different mamas.
Okay.
Those
How many
brothers
mothers are part of the group?
2.
Okay, there's 3 mothers and 1 father.
But hey, it's about 12 of us all together.
Oh.
And all of us got different mamas. All of us, so hey, I'm talking about Papa was a rolling stone.
No. A rolling brick.
I'm telling you.
Ain't
Now,
no stone around here.
How old are you boys, guys?
This your boy Slick. You know, I'm a Gemini, you know, split-sided. You know, to my like long walks on the beach and stuff.
Get on off me.
Nah, I'm 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, this your boy Pleasure. I'm 20. I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, so Pleasure, wait, freeze.
Easy.
Pleasure and Slick were born in the same year.
Yes, sir.
Daddy's busy. Okay.
This your boy Spectacular. I'm 18, Virgo. I let your boy.
Okay.
Here's Baby Blue. I'm 21. Now you got Baby Blue, Slickum, and Pleasure. born in the same year.
Your
just different
father
times.
was just now. Do all the mothers get along? I mean, geez, I know it's been like 20 years since then, but how do the mothers get along?
They get along good.
Good. Now, when did you all? All right, so there's. I've seen the video. Okay, there's one rapper. No, wait. 3 rappers and 1 singer.
Yeah.
Who sings?
Pleasure.
Oh, okay. That's why you're so quiet and everything like that. Okay. Quiet and evil. Art, do you get an evil vibe from him too? Yeah, there's something evil, and then when you smile, it all goes away.
Yeah. Right back to the money.
So you all are on the Scream 4 tour as well.
Yes, sir.
What's the lineup? I know B5 was here last hour. They said they come on second.
Oh man, first it's an opening group. No, I'm talking about they 3 on 3. They coming soon. They video about to drop. It's Wyclef group. Yeah, Clef Records. It's his group.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they tight work.
Yeah.
And then B5 come and then they smash the stage down. Then Pretty Ricky come and they grinding everywhere. Then I think Marcus Houston come and
Bobby next.
Yeah, Bobby next.
Is
You tell the
Bobby
girls to slow
Valentino?
down.
Has Sierra visited Bobby Valentino?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
I'm
What
just
you
trying to
talking
get a
about?
handle.
What you talking about?
Because the word is that Bow Wow and Sierra aren't together anymore. So I'm just trying to get it behind the scenes.
For real, I ain't hear that.
Do any of you kids, guys? Do any of you all have kids yourself?
Nah, we ain't got no girlfriend like that. We like basically trying to work on the music and like I'm talking about
we trying to find some baby mamas. What's
I'm
up?
telling you, I'm about to leave by 3 in New York. I ain't lying.
Well, you don't need that kind of baggage. I mean, for real, you're just getting started. You want all your money for yourselves. You all are considerably more flashy than B5. You know what I mean?
Well, together with Pretty Ricky and B5, that's pretty nice. So y'all check that out.
And let me ask you, where did the name Pretty Ricky come from?
You know that show Martin, right?
Yes.
It was an episode where Miguel Nunez played Pretty Ricky, and like the girls at school, they gave us a name 'cause we used to go to school dressed alike. It was like 7 of my brothers in school with us. All of us used to dress alike, and the girls teased us to death. Pretty Ricky, what they called him. So we've been running with the name Pretty Ricky ever since.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Then, has your father or any of the mothers or anybody in a part of your clique to keep you all together? Keep you grounded or keep the business straight?
Of course. Our old boy, that's daddy. They kind of terminology. That daddy is old boy. So when I say old boy, I'm talking about my daddy.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, our old boy, he like Joe Jackson.
Oh,
and
okay.
his first name Joseph too. So he like a watered down version of Joe Jackson, but he keep us in line because every clique need a strong leader.
Yes.
To guide them in the right direction. So everything he do for us is for the best.
Now, I wanted to hear some freestyles. Do you all mind?
Oh man, we do all that. But hey, tell you the truth. Come to the show. I'm telling you, we got the ice. The strawberries, the whipped cream, the honey, the hot fudge,
yes sir,
some mayonnaise. What you can do? No, you can do some freaking thing with some mayonnaise now. Y'all playing? You do some? Can we have a little touch up in here?
I think we need some touch.
Can I get a wine? 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 Oh no, you know sometimes the ladies they get a little hot time. You know sometimes the ladies they get a little bothered. They get a little hot time. They get a little bothered. We happen to have church at the Ebenezer Rock on the side and evangelist holding. Wow. Hey, but Pretty Ricky album is in stores right now. Everybody on the tour album in stores right now. Everybody on the tour get along. It ain't no beef. What's up with you in this freestyle?
What's up with you trying to
What if we can't freestyle?
Who's got headphones? Right, somebody put on headphones.
You see how now what if we can't freestyle?
We're going to find out right now.
What if we can't?
One pair. All right, you know what I want? Forget it. I want to hear you sing.
What if he can't sing?
What if we can't sing?
He can.
That's messed up. Now see, now that messed up. Now what if it was a studio singer and only can sing in the studio?
Like Nelly Vanilli or somebody.
All right, now I want you to sing to a hip hop beat, though. Okay?
No, I don't want to sing no hip hop. I don't need no music.
Acapella?
I don't need no music.
Go ahead.
All right, check it out. Oh no, you don't have fun. Let me just get by, you know.
Okay,
I
there's no
look
beat.
you right in the eye and sing, you know what I'm saying? Cause
This is the
you so
evil one.
sexy.
Hey,
you know
sing
what
happy
I'm
birthday to Shaylin.
Huh?
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
It's Shaylin's
I'm
birthday.
finna sing grind on me, but you feel what I'm saying? I get you on your, you know, we gotta do private time, you know what I'm saying? But right now we here for Wendy right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So check it out, I'm gonna do it like this. Baby, grind with me. Relax your mind, take your time with me. I love you deeper if you cry for me. Now come and kiss me till your body gets weak. Just grind with me, baby, grind with me.
Take it off.
Take it out. Let me try again.
Okay, now who's gonna freestyle? Who's the best freestyler in the group?
You know, we
'Cause I wanna hear.
freestyle, you know, we get buck wild, you know. Let me stop. One freestyle, man.
Hit an acapella. Come on. What?
You put on your headphones.
Nah, forget the headphones. What I need a headphone is just
We're
acapella.
gonna set us up for the failure. Put on
Y'all ladies might know us from Grind on Me. We about to lock this thing down and we keeping the key. Riding on 24s and 26 tricks. I ain't talking if you ain't licking it. Lil Spec got more G's than the Gucci fit. Pull up 23s with a spinner kit. That ain't it. I got a SL5 with the candy lit. Paint so wet, mess around and get seasick. I'm in the street like a handprint in the cement.
Get on out of there. Get on out of there.
Chain, she turned the knee me. What?
You ain't got to get on.
All right.
She's trying to put it on the
Okay,
spot.
so are you all still calling Miami home, or have you relocated? What record label are you all with? I'm sorry.
Atlantic.
Atlantic
Records.
Now, are you living in New York, Atlanta, or Miami? Where do you
We
live
still
now?
stay, man. Since we got signed, we ain't even been home, so we represent the whole FLA.
You've
from
been living in like the hotels. and
hotel
stuff.
day. That's our home right there. But
Don't you love hotel living, or you
I'm
hate
telling you,
it?
we out here 24/7, 365, 52 weeks in a year. We out here. We dedicated to our superstars.
But it must be nice because you're with family, so it's like you never get homesick, and you also never have to rely on the hangers-on in the other room.
Yeah.
I mean, peace to those people in the other room. I know that those people are, the engines that drive you, but really, at the end of the day, all you got is each other, because those people right there are setting you up to take every dime you don't have an eye on if you don't watch them. So it must be lovely. I'm just telling you. So it must be lovely to be in
Family
with
oriented.
family.
Yeah. Everybody in the clique, from uncles, our uncle, the manager, homeboy, / manager / skycap, he everything.
Yeah.
Counselor, he everything. But
So, Wendy, what you do in your spare time?
I'm telling you, we got to get on you.
I'm a mother. I'm a wife.
Yeah,
I
mother and
write
wife.
books.
You
I
write
do
books?
TV.
I don't know now.
I'm trying to get my grind on.
He's a grind.
I mean,
You grinding,
slow grind.
You got it.
We want our glasses back.
Oh, I was just about to tell Nicole.
Exactly. You know what? I was going to ask, did you walk in with those glasses? Or
Hey,
did
Nicole.
you steal them
Nicole.
off the desk?
Nah, I wasn't going to steal them. I took them by mistake. See, I don't know. I ain't never had no real
glasses
Chanel
that,
glasses.
That Nicole Richie wears, where Canal Street is right down the street.
Right. I'm telling you, hey, I got about a hot $2 on me. I'm finna go down there.
Yeah, it's exactly. Go
Let me
down
hold
to Canal
something.
Street.
Yeah. Let me hold something.
I'm glad that you guys came in. It was really nice to meet all of you all. You all are obnoxious as you want to be.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Wendy, we can get some shout outs.
But I like it. Go ahead, shout out. Go ahead. You got 1 minute on the break.
We
Go
got
ahead.
to shout out everybody at Atlantic Records. You know what I'm saying? Our management team, Rex Zamora, Damon DeGraff, all y'all boys. Much love. That's it.
Okay.
Well, that was quick. I'd like to get shout out AKA Kiki BBCCDD.
Fellas,
NDT.
I thank you for coming into the show. And I wish you well with everything. The Pretty Ricky CD is in stores now.
Right now.
And they are on the Scream 4 tour that is all around the country. Tonight they're doing Madison Square Garden. I'm sure you guys are going to do very well.
Oh, thank you. What you mean thank us for being here? We thank you.
For having you?
Exactly, because if it weren't for y'all, we wouldn't even be here right now. So that's one thing about Pretty Ricky. We
All right,
humble,
and 10,
down to earth, and we love you.
9.
We love all the
Let me try
superstars
to kick us
out
off.
there. They trying to kick us out of the studio.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
1. They done kicked us out. We out here.
Bye, Pretty Ricky.
It's Wendy, man.
You never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me, but talk about me. Watch what you say. That's all, baby girl. That's all I'm asking you is watch what the f*** you say.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wendy Williams! Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wendy Williams Experience.
Mr. Engineer, please, the music. Would you give us a record, por favor?
Hey, what's cracking? This is Shamar Moore, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS.
Oh man, here we are, toe tapping, finger snapping our way through the show. It's about done, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Whew. My paperwork has been on the floor so many different times that I can't even begin to give you some of the stuff that I was going to tell you today. As far as Eminem, what I was going to say about him, the best that I can recall is that so he's still convalescing. It was the sleeping pills, but it was due to a lot of anxiety going on. First of all, he just reconciled for about the 100th time with his ex-wife, Kim Mathers, who is apparently the love of his life, his soulmate, and of course the mother of his only child. When he got to the hospital, he looked bad, like thin and gaunt and just like wired, not drug wired, but just like wired. So I would imagine, when you go through a lot of anxiety, sometimes people have trouble sleeping and they take sleeping pills. And so then, once he gets off the pill, what I think it is? Just an emotional breakdown, kind of like one of those Mariah Carey things, which happens to people. And then Andre 3000, what I was going to tell you about him is that his son has a sense of style. And I had some of the quotes. And, unfortunately, with the 10 people, counting Dr. Ian, who came to visit today, my paperwork ended up getting pushed way over to the side, fell on the floor more than a few times, and now I can't find anything. So I'll have to get back to you with the quotes yesterday. Regarding Jennifer Lopez, just to recap, I did tell you that she's shooting a movie in Mexico now with Antonio Banderas. Melanie is insecure. She's flying to the set back and forth. Mark getting along famously, and I'll be watching that story. I forgot what I was going to tell you about Jamie Foxx. Oh, about Jamie Foxx, the buzz in South Beach, according to today's New York Post. So, coincidentally, I have this story right here at the top. He's supposed to be doing a pre-MTV Music Awards party at the Lowe's Hotel on Saturday night, and he's requested a piano on stage. He's also designed a party-style DJ booth in the center of the stage with like a bunch of seats around it and 6 microphones for Kanye and Common and Snoop and whatnot to, jump on. And the connection with them is that they're all going to appear on his new album on J Records, which will be Jamie's new album, which will be out in November. And let me see, I think I fulfilled all my topics. Oh, and Robin Givens, just that, she was seen getting very close with Eddie Murphy recently, according to the National Enquirer and Star Magazine and stuff. Oh, you know what else? Remember I was telling you a few weeks ago that Kamora Lee Simmons and Russell Simmons were considering adopting, which I think is a very noble thing. Well, it turns out that they want to adopt a couple of kids. Apparently, these 2 children are from Malaysia, where, of course, the tsunami devastated the place. And I'm sure there are a lot of orphans at this particular point. So, I consider that a very noble thing that they're doing. All right, let's get back to our guest, Dr. Ian. Dr. Ian Smith was here during Advice Hour. He's the fitness expert from Celebrity Fit Club, and he was wonderful. And you all were wonderful in terms of getting your faxes in and your questions to Dr. Ian. I like him. I like his energy, and the fact that who's talking to you. If you watch Celebrity Fit Club, you've seen him, you've seen his work. He's a respected guy in the industry. So we'll have Dr. Ian back in a few weeks. B5. They were a lot of fun. They're going to be on the Scream 4 tour, which is in New York City tonight at Madison Square Garden. I'm exhausted with Pretty Ricky, though. I am exhausted. I went back to get a pink room check after Pretty Ricky left. Everybody's exhausted. Everybody is just exhausted. The weird thing is, I don't see you all caring about either one of these groups 12 months from now. Art, who do you see being around 12 months from now?
I had to choose. I would say the brother,
B5.
B5.
Why? Nobody hears you.
They got a little something about them. I see them just lingering on, maybe getting a hit. They were puffy, so
yeah,
get a hit going on.
Just weird. Well, I got some faxes in from you guys as you listened through. The faxes really started popping when Pretty Ricky was in the studio. Wendy, who are these people? Blithering idiots? Oh. I love you, Wendy, and I've been listening since I was in junior high school. But for Pretty Ricky, put them where? And that's from Dory. And here comes another one. Vernell is listening and says, Wendy, These folk are the main reason I slap my patch on every damn month. Oh. Just to get to have no kids. No home training. Let me see. Wendy, I'm so glad those buffoons are gone. I'm sorry, girl, but I had a chance. Oh, no, you didn't. Buffoon. Damn. Damn. And Tracy was listening. Tracy said, they sound ignorant as hell. Get rid of them. They sound like Mike Jones on crack. They sound like they got a mouthful of hot East. Pretty Ricky. Yeah. Well, damn, you all. Wendy. Spectacular from the group Pretty Ricky. About a month ago, someone posted pictures of him and another guy on your web message board. All right.
Yes.
You're supposed to monitor the message board. Read this. Was that on my message board?
I didn't see it on.
Is the message board taken down?
Yes.
That's exactly why I don't want a message board.
It's been taken down for a week now.
Yes. Because you all, some people while out on the message board.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Except I'm exhausted. I got the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience tonight at the Laugh Factory. I'm going over there. Some of the girls from the Girl Friday clique are going over to Madison Square Garden to check out the Scream 4 tour. They got backstage passes and all that other kind of stuff. So you all have fun. And for the rest of you guys, I love you for listening today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Pretty Ricky. Thank you very much, B5. Thank you, Dr. Ian, for coming in and making the experience, well, it is what it is. I had fun with you all today, too. What do I have, 30 seconds? Why is the clock on the wall wrong? The clock on the wall says I got another 5 minutes. It's that wrong. Wow. Trev Hollywood, you'll be happy to hear nobody has asked, where is Trev Hollywood? Now, you've been gone for over a week.
Yes.
And nobody asked. Nobody missed me? And nobody asked who the hell is Goose. And people have stopped asking about Dave.
It's all you.
It's me.
It
and
is what it is.
And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Artie, people continue to love you.
And I love them back.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
Oh.
Love you for listening. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.
Peace party people. See you later.
Good night. Program complete.
Were we off the air for just 1 second?
Did you put something?
No. Did I press something?
No. We're on.
But were we off for like just a blink?
Yeah.
That was Frankie Crocker. His spirit still lives in the room. All righty, everybody. Look, the phone lines are open. We can talk about whatever it is that you want, okay? Drive this car. It's your bonus hour. 866-GET-WENDY. I'm Wendy Williams. And the bonus hour kicks off next, right here on 107.5 WBLS.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you. I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man. Here it is. It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hi, welcome to the bonus hour here on the show. Do you have the website up yet? I'm just curious to see what people are saying so far. On the WendyWilliamsExperience.com, you can flip that microphone around, Shaylin. Shaylin's celebrating her birthday today. How old are you? 25. She's one of our Girl Fridays. Whenever, men come up to the show, they always find that this is a place that they would like to have an office and work because, our Girl Fridays, they keep themselves together and they're smart and they're well-spoken and, they're nice-looking and they're educated and they're about something. And so Shaylin is definitely one of those girls. So congratulations to Shaylin for making it for 25 years.
Yes, thank you.
And may you have 50 more. I don't want to say 25 more because 50 is just around the corner.
My brother's 22 today, so happy birthday to him too.
Yeah,
my brother Mike.
Oh, no, wait a minute. You're 25 today?
Yes, and he's 22.
Papa was Rolling Stone?
No, we have the same mother. They just
2 years
hit the
apart.
mark on the same day.
Wow!
3 years later.
Wow, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Did you feel deprived of attention when you were younger because you had to
when I
share?
was little, I didn't like the one cake with 2 names.
Yeah.
Then they tried to have 2
Mhm.
cakes.
Mhm.
But now that we're older and we're closer,
It must be the best thing.
Yeah, we try to celebrate together.
Does he have a girlfriend?
No, not anymore.
And you don't have a boyfriend?
No.
So you guys going out tonight?
We tried to go out last Saturday, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And the club totally ruined our night, so we're trying to make up for it this weekend.
You guys should come to the comedy club tonight.
We should, right?
Yeah, we'll get you some drinks.
Okay.
Call your brother.
Okay, I'll let him know.
And tell him to come over.
All right.
By 9.
I mean, Art's going to get you the drinks. And we'll see if we can get you a sheet.
Okay.
No, you know what? Come to the comedy club tonight.
Okay.
The Laugh Factory. Okay. Now, here's the difference. Yesterday's People Poll question is, are you currently in a physically or mentally abusive relationship? 60% of people said no. 40% of people said yes. So now we had to break it down even further. Physically and mentally, because that's 2 different things. Now we broke it down to just the physically. And this is today's People Poll question, so you still have time to go on. Today's People Poll question that we'll answer tomorrow is, are you in a physically abusive relationship? 98% of people say no. 2% of people said yes. Which means that out of the 40% of people who answered yes from yesterday's physically and mentally, the majority are mentally.
Yeah. I want to stay in denial.
Well, how can you be in denial of a physically abusive relationship?
It was just not. Yeah, you're right.
Or embarrassed thinking that we have video cam. We can watch you press your computer. Well, 2% of the people, WBLS is on a big domestic violence awareness campaign. And we have the bracelets, as a matter of fact. The bracelets are purple for Just Say No to Domestic Violence. I just can't keep up with the bracelet colors and stuff. I mean, I wear whichever one matches my clothes on that particular day. It's a Lance Armstrong if I'm doing yellow, and Save Our Troops green if you get some green. I mean, there's just too many of them. The purple though represents domestic violence, and all right. So we're gonna have the total from this survey tomorrow for you. But so far, 2% of the audience says yes, they're in a physically abusive relationship. And we were talking about mental cruelty, earlier in the show. And here's a fax from a listener who says, Wendy, mental abuse does not necessarily have to do with name calling or games that are played. I had a boyfriend that would play such intense mind games that inevitably I had to let him go. He would get mad at me for any particular reason, and then leave, not answer his phone, not come home until 2 a.m. Usually he would go out. Nothing that would upset me, but would make it to the point where it seemed like he was being deceitful. And then she says, if I didn't answer the phone, he would continually call, literally 30 or 40 times back to back. Well, that's when you take the phone off the receiver. And as far as that get mad for no particular reason, then go out, that's called having a jump off. Right?
Yes.
Please believe. Because then, they want to feel right in what they do. Justify, because sometimes, men who jump off, there are a lot of men who that eats at their conscience. Like, damn, I got to go to a man at home and I'm jumping off. So then they got to do something, anything. The bacon's too crisp. I'm leaving, you see? And in their sick minds, that justifies them going and jumping off. Well, you can go to the WendyWilliamsExperience.com and answer that People Poll question. And let's us go to the phone. Hello.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So what's going on?
So the other day I was bored and I went to the library and I picked up 2 books. I picked up your book, your second book, which I love.
Thank you.
And Superhead's book.
Uh-huh.
Superhead's book was not good, in my opinion. I didn't like it at all.
Is it that you had trouble following and guessing who's who, or that you were just so tired of all the...
No, I think her interview with you that she did on the radio was better than her actual book. But the only part that I found funny about her book was when Puffy warns Exhibit to stay away from her because he'll get him on camera with fingers in his booty. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Hello. Hi, it's Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey.
What's up?
How you
I
doing?
was calling to find out about Art in the Beach. Does he own a studio?
No, he doesn't own a studio. Actually, Art, you go from studio to studio?
I have a studio in my house.
No, but I'm originally from Michigan, but I've been down here for like 3 months.
Yeah, he has a studio in his home.
Okay, does he have a number? Because I sent some
No.
stuff
It's a private studio. He's not inviting you in. It's not like that.
I got a response from a A&R from a major company, but he wants the demo redone, so I've been down here looking for a studio.
Okay, well, Art, maybe she could... Oh, hold on. Art smells money. Hold on.
Okay.
Now remember, Art, 90% for you. Out of that 90%, 50% for me, and 10% for her. She's from Michigan. She ne'er no nah. All right? Hello?
Hello, Wendy.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm just playing, too. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing real well. My name's Leslie. I just wanted to call and say hi.
Hey, Les.
Yeah, I tell you, I love your show.
Thank you.
I am so pleased to have an African-American woman, queen of all media.
Wow, thank you.
And I had a question. I don't know what happened to Dave. I missed whatever the explanation was.
There wasn't one. There wasn't one. Politically speaking, there will never be one.
Okay.
But Dave is doing well. He and his snowflake are still together, and Art's in touch with Dave from time to time.
That is the main reason I love you so much. You keep it so real.
I would keep it even realer, except politically speaking, I can't.
I got everybody hooked on you. I got my sisters listening to you. My ex-boyfriend listens to you, and we all love you, and that's how I make it through my day.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. Hello. Hi, it's Wendy.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. I love it. Hello?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing real good now.
Good. Well, thank you.
So how you doing?
Doing well.
All right. Well, listen, I just want to drop a couple of things. I'm hearing all these people talk all this nonsense, especially the women saying, oh, they can't find a man, this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's a lot of brothers out here that are... See, we don't rush out there and beat a drum and say, hey, we here. I'm a single man. I make 6 figures. I own my own business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a girlfriend. I got no baby mama drama.
Wow.
I'm just cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for the women out there that's going all this, making all this noise, oh, we can't find men. They say that most guys are gay and, got baby mama drama. Nah.
Now, do you date much?
Not as much as I want to.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Nah, not at all.
Are you very sexually active? I mean, just because you go on a date, does that mean you have sex?
Well, I'd like to all the time, but, it's not always, that's not always the main thing,
Do you have children?
I have one daughter, yes.
How old is she?
22.
What?
I made a baby, when I was very young, I made a baby.
Yeah, now how old are you?
Let's say 35 plus.
Are you 40 plus?
No.
Okay, 35 plus. Wow, your daughter's almost as old as you.
Yeah, I know, that's weird.
Would you have sex with the babysitter?
Oh.
I'm just playing.
Actually, I had a very old girlfriend. I was like a little young guy, and she was like 6 years older than me,
Well, yeah, I mean, guys like you are pretty rare in that, you're not in jail or you're not gay, I'm assuming.
No, not at all.
And so on and so forth. Well, you got a lot of friends like you?
You know what? That's the thing. It's like so hard to find speak with friends because most people, they get jealous. You know, if you're a brother who is of substance, you can't hang out with an average knucklehead because then they're always looking at you to pay for everything, which I don't mind doing, but just like not every time.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotcha.
And then when you want to get and go and do something, it's like most of the people, they feel like you bragging. It's like, yo, let's go hang out and let's go to Puerto Rico for the weekend. Oh, I ain't got no money. It's like, you broke ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can't do these things with you. And then when you find people that can, they married and got kids and so on and so forth, they can't hang.
Do you long to be married?
Yeah, I would love to be married again. You know, it's just that it's real hard to find girls. You know, most girls, you know, the same argument that the women have, I have. Because most girls, they got babies.
You said you would love to be married again. You were married before?
Yeah, I was married. Yes, I was married.
And
a long time ago.
And is that who you had the child with?
Yes, of course.
Oh, wow.
I married my baby. When my woman got pregnant, she told me she was pregnant on Wednesday. We got married Saturday because this is how I was raised to do. We got married right away. We stayed married for a real long time. You know? But, you know, that's the way you're supposed to do things. Unfortunately, you got these knuckleheads running the street making babies left and right, messing it up for everybody. You know?
All right, well, I want to thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. See, ladies, there's hope. Hello?
Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
It was good to hear from you.
Yeah, your phone sounds a muffled mess.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Well, I hear you, but you still sound a mess. But what's going on?
Nothing much. I just called just to say what's up.
Well, thank you for calling. What's your name?
John.
All right, John. Thank you for calling.
Yes.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, I'll take one more. Hello?
Hey, Wendy.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, it's Wendy. Yes.
Hey, Wendy, I have a question about Dr. Ian. Is he married?
Yes.
I thought so. I thought I saw a ring, but it looked a little funny. I was like, where is it?
Yep, and he wears his ring.
He does.
Yeah.
He's a cutie, though.
He is cute. All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Anybody heard from Dwight Gooden? Is he still on the run? Is he still driving? Is he to get away? Well, as we talked about yesterday, and I'm sure you've heard all over the news as of last night, he fled the police when he was stopped for a little erratic driving. They say drunk driving. His nephew is the outfielder on the Yankees, Gary Sheffield. And Gary says this: I've done pretty much everything I could possibly do. It just comes to a point where you have to let him go through what he's going through. Sometimes it is God's plan for us to back off and let him go because the family has tried everything. In the meantime, it was Monday when Dwight Gooden refused to get out of his 2004 BMW to take a field sobriety test. Now, Laura McElroy, who happens to be a police spokesperson there in, Florida, where he was stopped, says the officer pulls over the car and immediately notices the driver is under the influence. He has bloodshot, glassy eyes, his speech is slurred, and the strong odor of alcohol was present. The owner of the Yankees, George Steinbrenner, said through his spokesperson, Howard Rubenstein, I feel very sorry for Dwight. Now, that police spokesperson, Laura McElroy, went on to say, at this point, he is in a lot of trouble. And the only way he can help himself is to come forward and to take responsibility for his actions. What does Dwight Gooden do now? Just live off retirement?
Yeah, he was the man. He was the pitcher.
Oh.
Him and Dow Strawberry.
Dower Strawberry is...
He's doing better, isn't he?
He must be doing better. We haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah.
Check the guest house at the Strawberry Mansion, though. That might be where Dwight's hiding out. Did you hear about that 13-year-old boy who collapsed and died on the basketball court yesterday? Well, actually, he was playing ball, and they say in the newspaper that he was resting on the bench during a break. His name is Winston Sewell, and shout out to his family. Just a sudden death. He was hooping it up in Marine Park, they say. And his mom says, my son is dead. He didn't have any answers. Excuse me, we don't have any answers. We're just holding up. He was my world. Well, it all unfolded around 2 p.m. He was sitting on the bench. He took a break from playing basketball, and then he just dropped to the ground. This was yesterday. The other players quickly called 911. The police showed up, they say, and they were doing CPR, and they were pumping his chest, and he just didn't respond. The boy was rushed to Beth Israel Hospital, and they couldn't revive him. It's so hot out. Everybody just sit down. Just sit down. Stop with exercise. Kathy Griffin's got Star Jones on the D list tonight. I'm not going to be able to see it. I'm going to be over at the Laugh Factory. Or as my mother would call it, the Laugh House. Wendy, I was going to try to call you, but I realized you were at the Laugh House. So I'll call you tomorrow morning. I'll make it a little later. I know when you go to the Laugh House, you like to sleep a little later.
Wendy, oh, you're fantastic, Wendy.
Ugh.
You will always be my special star. I love you.
Yeah. Now that you see my vision has come to life. Shout out to everybody working at the Dwayne Reed Warehouse in Masbeth. Hey, Lois. I never heard Victoria Gotti say that she had cancer.
Oh.
So, Matthew Rich, if you were fired as her publicist, then just step forward. Well, there's this big hubbub going on in Richard Johnson's column today. Apparently, there was a man named Matthew Rich, and he was her publicist for 7 years. And he quit his job in disgust on Monday because his best friend's mother had died of breast cancer. And he was revolted that Victoria would promote the third season of Growing Up Gotti by making up such a tearful, tall tale. I never heard her say she had breast cancer. When she went on my morning show of choice, which happens to be Good Day New York, with Penny and Jody and Mike and Chris, and Stacey Ann, and all the rest of them, I heard Victoria Gotti say that she had pre-cancerous cells and that the doctor said they could either operate or that they could just keep an eye on it. That's what I heard her say. But anyway, Richard Johnson's column is saying that Matthew Rich said, the publicist, I no longer work for Victoria Gotti. Asked if she had suffered from cancer, he replied, no comment. Well, the quote that was in the Daily News says, this is what Victoria said. The day I got my mammogram and the doctor told me that I had breast cancer, it was in mid-November. I had a little pity party for myself and I cried all day. I lost 25 pounds. I was exhausted. I could barely lift my arms. But when she went on the Big Idea with that hunk Donnie Deutsch, sidebar, hunkalicious. He's invited me to his show several times. The problem is that he tapes the show at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. How can I get over there? But I like his show. Donnie, I like your show. Since the first time that you invited me, I've just passed it many times. I long for a day off where I can finally come over and be on the Big Idea.
That'd be hot.
Yeah. Do you do anything earlier than 2 o'clock in the afternoon? They tape over in Inglewood, New Jersey. You know what I think it is? I think they tape it like at 7 o'clock. How can I get over there for 7 o'clock? The traffic is like 2 hours of traffic. If I say goodbye at 5 o'clock, I just can't make it.
Heliport.
I'm not getting in a helicopter. I don't need to be anywhere that bad and die.
Oh.
I've been in a helicopter once in my life.
You didn't like it?
Oh, I loved it.
Oh,
You're supposed to ask me why was I in a helicopter?
Yeah, why were you in a helicopter?
Well, my boss, who's always had a vision, although he's been reluctant to support it sometimes, Vinny Brown.
Oh, Vinny.
Is my boss today, my program director. He was my program director back when Bobby and Whitney got married. And my boss finagled the radio station to get me a helicopter so that I can fly over the wedding and report back.
Well, that's hot.
And so I did. And all I saw were a bunch of tents blocking my view and a WH etched in the bottom of the pool. And the lower I told the pilot to go, the more frenzy I would whip around the tents and everything. Oh, I saw nothing. But the point is that he had the vision.
Yes.
And that was back when I was offending, so I wasn't as aware of, my God, I'm not going in a helicopter. I want to live.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you high in the helicopter?
Of course.
Oh, what a ride.
Of course.
Fabulous.
It was me and the pilot, my pad and pen, my package.
Uh-oh.
And back then, some Heinekens.
Oh. And Carhartt.
And a Carhartt, yes, exactly. Well, then they got married on my birthday, so it was actually, they got married July 18th. Oh. And at the time, I didn't have a boyfriend, and, it was just a great, way to spend, like, a birthday. Buzzing over somebody else's celebration. Celebrating in the helicopter myself. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever been in a helicopter. Yes? Oh, okay. I thought you were coming. But anyway, the big idea with Donnie Deutsch. So Victoria Gotti goes on that show. And they say that she said that she was not diagnosed with breast cancer, as reported in the Daily News, but that she had precancerous cells that she chose to treat aggressively before they became cancerous. And here's her quote. "What I had can be described as a scare." That's the same thing as having an irregular pap smear. Mm-hmm. You ever have one, girls?
All the time.
I have. All the time.
All the time. Like, it's always going to come up abnormal. No, my paps is always going to... No, it's always going to come up abnormal because of my cells. It's hereditary. But it always comes up abnormal.
I've had two abnormal pap smears, and one that I had to have cryosurgery. Oh. And that was years ago. That was before I met my husband. That was, let's just see, I've known him for 11 years. 12 years ago. Oh. And what happened is my GYN admitted me into the hospital. It wasn't a rush like, woo, 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 woo. And they froze the area. What he described, the cryosurgery, they freeze the area. The bad cells, get frozen out. And then you just wait for a moment before you try to get pregnant or anything, of which at that point I wasn't trying to. But, then you wait for your wall. They take the bad off your walls. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a scab. You pick a scab and then the other skin grows over and it's good.
That would scare me.
Well, it was a scary proposition, but they were pre-cancerous. Oh. It wasn't cancer. It was just, that's why you got to get your pap smears. Yes. And you got to get your mammograms and all this other kind of stuff. And she talked about it, but growing up, Gotti wasn't filming in November, so now we're getting used to the Gotti family again. What all's been going on in your life? Well, I had precancerous cells. I don't look at that. Yeah, she did mention it in promoting the show, but, I certainly do look at that little heart situation that she has going on as a lot more serious than precancerous cells. She talked about the heart situation on the show. Am I the only one who watched? I'm all caught up in the drama. Oh, okay. Well, let's move on. Welcome to Jam Rock.
What's this? Ooh.
Well, how would you like the remix with Bobby Brown?
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
I know we don't play it here.
Right.
With today's R&B and classic soul.
Of course.
But I have a variety of music in my car.
Yes.
Including the Young Jeezy CD.
Yes.
All wrong. Including my favorite dance music. Mm-hmm. CD mix by DJ Qua, Cher, and Jennifer Lopez. I've got my Welcome to Jam Rock. I got that Pretty Ricky song.
Shut up.
The one song that they sing. Ride with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be taking that out today, though. Because now I can just picture it, Yeah. Oh, you guys.
Nah.
I like them, though, but wow. What a ball full of
energy.
Or something. Well, Bobby Brown is making a musical comeback, kind of, sort of. He's guesting on Damon Marley's new reggae album, Welcome to Jamrock. So he's not going to actually remix it. He's guesting on the CD. Now, we saw them in the studio.
Yes.
Also on that CD, you're going to hear Nas and the Roots.
It's Junior Gong.
What?
That's his nickname, Junior Gong.
Yeah, that's what they do call Damon Marley.
Yeah.
What is Junior Gong? Where does that come from?
I don't know. That's probably some Jamaican.
I found the quote from Andre 3000 regarding his son Seven, who just turned 7. Because, Seven, who's also Erykah Badu's son with Andre 3000, Andre says he refuses to wear clothes without inspecting the quality of the fabric.
Shut up.
How you doing?
Art, he's 7 years old.
Yes, he born with that. I was, honey. I came out the womb fabulous. All right.
All right, we're Andre has often talked about his own sense of style, and Andre is proud that his son is following in the same footsteps. And here's what he says about his son. We went shopping the other day for little suits for him to wear to church with his mom. And I was...
She goes to church?
Stop. No, I'm laughing because of you. Oh. And I was trying to explain to him what makes one suit better than another and get him to feel the fabrics and see the difference. So now he has this thing where he says, I've got to feel the fabric. He also loves tennis sweaters. And he wants to wear them every day.
I like crushed velvet.
That's the end of the quote. Damn fool. Okay, one, Dear Wendy. And then, you know what? Okay, let me read this, and then we're going to go into the break. Dear Wendy, I'm a 25-year-old woman, and I work for ABC. I work in the department. I don't want to say where. You gave me too much information. Stop. So I'm constantly interacting with soap stars. Last week, I went over to the set where they shoot To Live. Did I blind that enough?
No.
Oh, sorry. And one of the very attractive actors approached me. At first, I was a little starstruck, but then I got my bearings. He came over to where I was getting my coffee and started making conversation with me. We talked about what I do in the company and how I was trying to get a part on the show as an extra and hopefully someday a recurring role. We seemed to have a lot in common. Before I knew it, he was asking me out for dinner and I accepted. This all sounded well and good until I found out later that day that he's married and has kids and that his wife was on the other end of the set, while he was trying to hit on me. You know, Art better hit that sound effect.
Uh-oh.
That was for you. Okay, good, Art. His wife was on the other end of the set. All right. After finding this out, I went over to the set the next day to cancel our date. He asked why, and I said that I don't date married men, no matter who they are. He then went on to tell me that I would be foolish to pass up this offer with him. Since I'm trying to work as an actress on the show, he could help me get my foot in the door. Okay. I told him to put that where back there, okay? What are you saying up until this point, Rum? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have seen him a couple of times since then, and he still asks me, have I reconsidered? I keep stressing the point that I don't date married men, that I have respect for my fellow females, and that I will make it on my own. What, Art?
You can't make it on your own, please.
All right, just wait. And that I don't need his kind of help. So my dilemma is, I'm currently working as an assistant, but I keep slipping my headshot to the director's through the director's door when I'm in the building. I have been doing this for about 4 months, and I finally got a call back. I met the assistant director of the show, and he told me that my pictures don't do my face justice and that I was stunning. This was very pleasing to me, and naturally after that meeting that day, I went home and did the touchdown dance in my room. Yeah, you know that. celebrating. The bottom line is, Wendy, I will be doing a few scenes as an extra. I found out that they are in the same scenes with the actor who was married. Even though I have made it clear that I am not interested, how do I keep my focus on my dreams as an actress, knowing that this actor has the power to basically ruin me if he wants to? I feel like if I reject him one more time, he will pass the word that the show shouldn't give me work. Men are effing dogs. Mm-hmm. Help me, Wendy. All right, I'm reading Art's mind.
Look, he ain't asked to sleep with you. Just go on a date with the man. That's all.
He's married, Art, and he has kids.
Well, she could disguise it as a business lunch or something.
No.
No.
She already proved that she didn't need that.
She gonna stay in the system.
First of all, he's an actor on a soap.
Yeah.
Next to radio, soap operas are the lowest form of entertainment.
Yes.
He is not ruining you in this business.
She's an assistant, though.
I don't care. He's a soap actor.
Thank you.
That is nothing in Hollywood.
Y'all win.
Don't put your headshots on that soap with that man. Put your headshots on another show. He's not ruining you. Maybe for that particular soap. All right, secretly, I'm not going to say names, but there are, Art, pretend you're a woman, not a far stretch. There are 6 women in the room, and I promise I'm not going to call out names. Who would go out with him and sleep with him anyway? Raise your hand. Wow, 2.
But that comes back.
It does come back.
Yeah.
Now if you do it right.
No.
Well, what's the right way to do that, Art?
Very discreetly. He ain't gonna tell nobody because the man's married. He ain't gonna tell nobody. That's the best type. He ain't gonna tell his boys or other people on the soap because he's married.
What if she falls in love?
Oh.
He's not definitely going to get her a job either.
Right, he's not definitely going to get her a job either. See, she's 25. She's looking at him as all,
Well, she's right there, though. She already got us from the assistant director, so she just need him to close the deal, and he ain't going to hate on her.
He just wants to be.
I say she needs to apply for another job. I mean, she's acting like this is the only place to work in New York on a soap. You know what I'm saying?
It's the closest that she's coming to right now. Maybe harder somewhere else. She's right there.
You're ridiculous, Art.
Sorry.
Ridiculous. But that's what 25 is for. Make your little mistakes and move on. But that one will come back to get you.
Yes.
You should tell his wife. Next time you see her on the set, you need to tell her. And just get fired big time after that.
That's so proper.
Mm-hmm. This is in response to the gentleman who called about the sisters not being able to find a man. I'm one of those sisters. My problem is different. I'm about 29 years old. About to turn 29 years old. I have no children, but I have a house in Long Island. I'm a registered nurse, and I'm about to graduate with my master's degree in nursing. Where am I going to find a man that does not want to take over my house or my MDX? What's an MDX?
She's already registered nurse.
I don't know. I'm stuck at home watching HGTV, wondering where the brothers are. Where the brothers are, like this man claims he is. Help a sister out. I love your show.
Maybe she could do prescriptions or something.
I don't know how to help out. That's like the biggest question. Like, where do I find men? I don't know. It happens.
Well, there are a lot of them going to be at the comedy club tonight.
That's true. Details about that, and we round out the show next on WBLS.
What's up? This is Andre Benjamin, Andre 3000, Benjamin Andre, and you're listening to the bonus hour on 107.5 WBLS.
Thank you, Andre 3000. That was Art, by the way. Dear Mrs. Hunter, it's been a long time since I wrote your show. I'm a 66-year-old white woman, and I wrote you a couple of months ago about my 54-year-old husband who had been having an affair with a black woman, and the woman is pregnant by him. Well, Mrs. Hunter, I feel like I needed to update you on the situation. I asked him to try to work out our marriage, and he agreed, so we took a 2-week vacation away from everything and everyone. He always appeared to be zoning, staring out in space, and very quiet. After a week of that, he wanted to come back home, and we did. 3 weeks after returning, he wanted to see the woman that he said that he had a high-risk pregnancy, and he wanted to see her, and I agreed for him to see her for lunch, and that was a mistake. He wanted to see her more and more, and one night I needed him in bed. Oh. No, come on. Come on.
Don't apply.
And no, you might as well. Something's about to pop off. She's 66 and he's 54, and there's a baby on the way. Anyway, he refused to have sex with me. At that point, I asked him to leave the house, and he did. He left for 2 months. I would call him to talk to him, and he would pick up the mail periodically at the house. Within that time, he told me that his girlfriend had lost the baby after a 4-month pregnancy. Even though I know it's wrong to feel that way, I secretly am happy, and I know it's selfish of me, but I took the opportunity to ask him to try to make a go of our marriage again, with the condition that he would not, under any circumstances, see this woman again, and he agreed. I know in the back of my mind he will see her because they work in the same company, and from time to time, she and he attend meetings together. Wendy, it's been 2 months since he's been back home, and the zoning out and the quietness are back. I asked him if the woman was contacting him, and he told me that she was pregnant again. Damn. And he wants her to have the baby. I didn't think he ever wanted kids, but Wendy, I know he hasn't gotten over this woman, even though I don't see him talking to her at night on the phone anymore. I demanded that he come home on time every day, and we still sleep in separate rooms, but I refuse to just give up on my marriage after 26 years. I feel embarrassed when friends and family ask me about the situation. What should I do? Am I living in a fantasy world? I don't want him to leave.
Sounds desperate.
Excuse me, Art. She sounds 66.
Oh.
I feel for her. She's still sexually active. And 66 is Joan Rivers. Clearly, that's not, when you think of the look of 66, you think of somebody who can get a divorce and still date and be happy. I don't look at 66 as the end of the road on one hand. On the other hand, I've seen some pretty messed up You know what, ma'am? Are you a good condition 66? No, hold on. Because if she's a mess, physically speaking, then you can see why she would just want to have the companionship, forget the divorce. Hell, forget even fighting for the marriage. At that point, it is what it is, But if she's 66 like Cher, then
He'd still be around.
Not necessarily. The husband is 54. They've been married for 26 years. I imagine at some point it was very exciting for him to be with this older woman. But then the tables turn. The older woman becomes a really older woman. 66 to 54. You didn't say how old the pregnant girl is, but if she's still getting pregnant, chances are, what is she, between 30 and 40? Or is she between 20 and 40? Oh, you understand what I'm saying? Do you feel her dilemma? Now, you say, what should I do? I don't know. I would have to physically see you and give you a mental workover. I'll be honest with you. 66 is like at the brink. And shout out to the older crows who just really have that thing going on. My mother's got a slew of girlfriends, and there's a bunch of them that I would say, Miss Honey, you need a divorce and a date. Come with me to the Laugh Factory. You need a divorce and a good time. Meet me for drinks at the Four Seasons. Gussy up. But then I've seen some broken down 66-year-olds also. And I'm not talking about broken down because of physical problems. I'm just talking about, Mommy, what happened? You're believing what the old school says, that 66 is 66. 66 is really 55. She is supposed to be the age of this woman according to what the new age barometer is. You understand what I'm saying? So you asked me, what should I do? I don't know. I'd have to physically see you and physically talk to you to find out where you mentally are, to give you a thumbs up or thumbs down on divorce. Are you living in a fantasy world where you love your husband and you don't want to leave him? No, you're not living in a fantasy world. After 26 years of marriage, you get used to certain things. I know a lot of women that at 66 years old and 26 years of marriage, him jumping off gives her a pass to finally do her thing. And still keep the marriage together because they're used to each other. But while he's out with that, you're out with that.
And the other woman is black. So that's a whole other dynamic.
Yeah.
So you got to compete with that.
That black-white thing catches up to you after. The cultural difference, sometimes the cultural difference catches up. Sometimes. You could be feeling threatened because you as a white woman married to the black man and now he's with a black girl, and then that's just something that you can't compete with because it's a cultural difference. And then she's young enough to produce eggs. I'm assuming she's between like 25 and 40. I don't know what you should do. I don't know. You know what? Who do you look like who's famous? There's no time for me to address it today, but I would love to talk to you tomorrow. I mean, are you mentally upbeat? Are you 66 like Rue McClanahan from the Golden Girls? Remember Rue was, sassy, Dayton and the push-up bra. You know what I'm saying? Or are you 66 like old, withered
Betty White?
Those Golden Girls had it popping. Even Sophia had it popping. Are you one of the Golden Girls is what I'm asking you? Are you Diane Carroll? Are you Joan Collins? Are you Joan Rivers? Are you You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. Because if you are, I would say, yeah, you and your husband apparently have an understanding. So you need to put on some lipstick and squeeze your swollen feet into some shoes and go out and have fun. And go out on a little date. And I don't encourage cheating, but after 26 years of marriage, when you're 66 years old and baby's popping off over in the other corner, it seems to me that there's an understanding. People marry to the point of an understanding.
Well, she has a pass now, too.
She has what?
She has a pass. She can go ahead.
You have a pass, exactly. Your husband will be fine with it. He's producing babies. Right? I don't know that I'd want to, start all over at 66. At that point, perhaps, you just say it is what it is and you conduct your life separately. And, Goose, do you follow what I'm saying?
I do.
Even for a man. Not a 54-year-old man, but at 54, I don't know why he's not leaving you. He probably feels bad. I mean, if he really wants to jump off and everything like that, why is he sitting there, putting you through it? Why doesn't he just say, I want a divorce? And at least, he wants your Social Security money, or he looks at you closer to death. He wants your life insurance money, whatever. I say the ball's in your court, old woman. The ball's in your court. Who sang that song, Put On Your Dress? Can't believe that he said yes. In Touch with Too Hype, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, check you out.
I'd be like, put on my dress.
Yep.
That's what I'd be doing at 66, knowing something else is popping off. 26 years of marriage, it is what it is at that point. I think. I don't know. I need more on you, woman. Vaughn Harper's coming up next with The Quiet Storm. He plays that music to get you in the mood. to go out to the Laugh Factory. I'll see you all over at the Laugh Factory, 8th Avenue and 42nd Street. The doors open up at 8 o'clock. The comedy starts at 9. Big show tonight. Of course, Artie Life of the Party's been working more on his routine. I'll be there. Capone will be there. Ken Black will be there. And then all the rest of the comedians that come through every week. It's always a lot of fun. Come with your hunger. Come with your game face. Come ready to laugh. It's the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience tonight and every Wednesday night at the Laugh Factory. Bonnie's next with the Quiet Storm. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you for listening. Bye.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Oh man!
And WBLS music starts next.
Yes, I am up next.
Today's R&B and classic soul. The Quiet Storm. 107.5 WBLS, New York.
107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul. Good evening. This is The Quiet Storm, and I'm your gracious host, Vaughn Harper. Some refer to me as being your musical masseur. Let's begin your therapy with Luther Vandross. Wait for Love. This is 107.5 WBLS.
Takes a long time. Wait for love.
The Quiet Storm.